You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just carrying something really heavy, something no one else can see. And when your mind feels like it's moving through quicksand, even the smallest tasks can feel impossible. But you still deserve kindness, patience, and a way forward that doesn't punish you for struggling. Let's talk about how to be productive in a way that actually works when you're depressed, without guilt, without shame, and without pretending everything is fine. So keep things simple. You wake up, and before you even open your eyes, there's this weight pressing down on you. Not just exhaustion, the kind that makes even getting out of bed feel impossible. You stare at the ceiling, knowing you should get up, take a shower, eat something, reply to messages, but instead, you remain down. Because where do you even start? Even just thinking about what you need to do can drain that little energy you have left. So, let's make it easier on yourself. Pick one tiny thing to do first. Focus on just that first step, whether it's taking the covers off over your head, moving to the edge of the bed and putting your feet on the floor, stretching your toes and your fingers, or drinking a glass of water. That's a win. The bigger tasks can wait at this point. What you're feeling is real, and these little steps are a big deal. Let go of the all or nothing pressure. When you're depressed, you might feel like if you can't do it all, then it's not worth trying. And I get it. But here's the thing. Done is better than perfect. A half-cleaned room is still cleaner than before. And eating something, even if it's not a perfectly balanced meal, is still nourishing your body. A single answered email is still progress. If you only make it to the couch instead of the gym, that's okay. You're doing what you can, and that's enough. And when even that feels too hard, remember, you don't have to do it all at once or do everything today. Give yourself compassion, or else. Depression makes even the smallest tasks feel overwhelming, and that's not your fault. Instead of beating yourself up for what you haven't done, acknowledge the effort it takes just to get through the day. Productivity isn't about perfection, it's about doing what you can when you can. Be kind to yourself, celebrate small wins, and remember that progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. Create a low-energy to-do list. When I battle depression, mornings feel like the hardest part of the day. It feels like there's a million things to do, but no energy to do any of it. Some days, I lie there hoping the world will slow down or that the day would somehow pass without me having to face it. And at first, I think every task on my list requires the same amount of energy, but I eventually remember that that's not true. What I find is that prioritizing and focusing on the small, low-energy tasks make everything feel a little bit more doable. For example, if you also struggle with cleaning, it's okay to pick up one dish and put it in the sink. That's it. No pressure to do more. Struggling to shower? Then focus on brushing my teeth or just washing my face. Do you have reports to write? Write one sentence. That's all. One sentence feels so much better than nothing. At the end of the day, it's not about doing everything. It's about doing something. And that's enough. But there's one extra thing that you can do to make starting feel a bit easier. Try the 5-minute rule. Your brain is more likely to agree to just 5 minutes than to commit to a whole task. And you know what? More often than not, once you start, you'll keep going. I know, 5 minutes might sound like nothing, but imagine this. You tell yourself you'll only wash one dish, but before you know it, you've done 3. You start stretching, and suddenly you're moving a little more. You begin writing, and before you know it, you've done more than you thought you could. And maybe you stop there, or maybe you keep going. Either way, it's more than nothing, and that is a win. However, you don't have to go through this alone. Are you enjoying this video? Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Delegate or ask for help. At work, can you ask a coworker for help? At home, can you let a friend or family member take on a task? Can you use grocery delivery instead of going out? Letting others help doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human and adapting. Just like you'd ask for help if you had a broken leg or physical illness, it's okay to ask for help when you're struggling mentally. If asking feels difficult, try a simple message. Hi, I'm struggling today. Could you help me with this? People who care about you want to help, so let them. Sometimes just knowing someone is expecting an update gives you that extra push to start. You can also join online communities or find an accountability partner to support each other. And just like you can lean on people, you can also use technology to lighten the burden. Use AI and technology to make things easier. You don't have to push through everything on your own. Let technology do some of the heavy lifting. Struggling to write emails or messages? ChatGPT can help you draft them when you don't have the mental energy. Just type, "Help me write an email, I'm struggling with deadlines." Feeling overwhelmed by tasks? Apps like Todoist or Notion can organize things for you. Need motivation? Some apps make self-care feel a little easier by turning it into a game. Finch and Fabulous use gamification, meaning they add small rewards, streaks, and challenges to make habits feel less like chores and more like tiny wins. For example, Finch lets you grow a virtual pet by completing simple tasks like drinking water or taking deep breaths. Fabulous gives you daily challenges and progress streaks to help you stay on track. These little incentives can make starting tasks feel more rewarding, even when motivation is low. Keep forgetting things? Set reminders or alarms to take tasks off your mind. Depression is exhausting, so let tools handle what they can so you have more energy for what matters. Create a done list. When you're feeling really low, it's easy to get caught up in what you haven't done, especially when it feels like everything is piling up. Instead of focusing on the tasks you haven't completed, try shifting your attention to what you have. Creating a done list can help you do that. Instead of looking at the long list of things you still need to get done, jot down what you've already accomplished. It serves as a visual reminder that you're moving forward, even when it doesn't feel like it. You can use a notebook, a note on your phone, or even a digital app, whatever feels easiest. Make sure you keep it simple and specific. For example, instead of saying, "I worked on a report," write, "I opened my laptop and typed one line." Or instead of, "I got out of bed," write, "I sat up for 5 minutes." When a day feels particularly heavy, take a few moments to look back over your done list. It's a way to gently remind yourself that you're not stagnant. You're doing enough just by being here. Depression is an extremely difficult and draining experience. And it's okay to move at your own pace. Every tiny step you take is progress, and it's priceless. So please be gentle with yourself. Every day brings you closer to your healing. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small thing that helps you get through tough days? Share it in the comments. You never know who might need that exact advice today. And if you're struggling, please know that you don't have to do this alone. This advice is meant to support you, but it's not a replacement for professional help. If you need support, please consider reaching out to a therapist or a trusted professional. You deserve help just as much as anyone else. Sending you so much love and strength. To learn more ways to cope, make sure you watch our next video, 4 Ways to Cope with Depression.